So do you want to talk about Rachelina?
Yes, what was her name again? We didn't come up with a name, right?
No, her name was Rachelina.
Okay.
Oh, that's what Ntabi called her. Is it the one with the... Oh, is it Eve? There was Eve and Rachelina.
It was the girl who Justin was falling for.
Hello everyone, my name is Gillian and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, well, welcome, and I hope you click that subscribe button. As you can see today, I am not alone. I am joined by the beautiful, gorgeous
Prelene.
Yes, girl.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining.
So, you guys might not know me, but I'm also here on YouTube. I also run a blog. We also into beauty and fashion and lifestyle.
Right. I mean, can't you tell? Cute.
Yeah, and we both share an interest in none other than
Temptation Island SA.
Guys.
OMG.
Season 1 brought it all and more. So we had to do a video. I feel
like we had to first get everything and then digest it, and we were ready to digest it. We're like, okay, now we actually need to debrief.
Yeah. Now we need to talk about this. Yeah, we need to talk about what we all witnessed. And if you haven't watched Temptation Island,
why haven't you?
Where have you been?
It's on Showmax. Showmax is not sponsoring this video, I'm just saying.
But I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, you can watch on Showmax. And we won't be thirsty. We'll have some beverages to drink on, to sip on, while we have our own conversations, giving our own opinion. And once again, it just goes from us watching the show and coming up with our own opinions, because it is a free country, so we can say what we want to say.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the one guy who left me shooketh, and that was Seetso.
Okay, let's talk about him.
So if you guys don't know, Seetso and Musa, they went into Temptation Island together. Musa, what a sweetheart. Seetso, on the other hand.
Okay, so can we talk about this though? You tell me, I don't know if you might have insights on this, but Seetso's Zulu, right?
I think it's Xhosa. Isn't he a Xhosa man?
I think Musa is.
Oh, are you sure?
I think so. Okay. Because remember, Musa kept on going on about Zulu guys are like this, and Zulu guys demand this, and women need to treat Zulu men like this. So
he's more of a person that a woman should submit to him.
Yes. And they're expected to do certain things. So, is this true? Are Zulu guys like this? In your experience? I don't have any experience with Zulu men.
I need day 2 vanilla lattes. And then secondly, I'm Tswana, so I actually don't know, but I've come across Zulu guys and I don't feel they are as hectic as it comes to Xhosa guys. So I feel like from Seetso's point of view, because Musa is such a nice, giving, caring person, he just wants more and more and more and more, and now that has become an expectation from her.
Yeah. But I think though, the way the show portrayed it almost seemed as if all Zulu men are like this, right? Because the word was brought up a lot. So I mean, people outsiders like us that aren't necessarily African in that nature, we automatically all Zulu men are dominant.
The same.
And I mean, Zulu guys out there,
what's going on? Tell us.
Yeah. There shouldn't be so much hate.
Submissive. Do you guys want a woman to kiss your feet? I mean, personally, I won't, because I'm not that person.
I won't too.
Yeah, so. But I feel like for Seetso, I don't know, the guy's too comfortable.
He is. Because
one thing that shocked me was at the reunion when he told Dimple that she disgusts him. I was like, who says that? Off camera you were a 360 person, it's a whole 360. You were so nice to her. You even said you'll make her your side chick, but when Musa is sitting right next to him, he's like, you disgust me, I can't even look at you. That's just pure disrespect.
No, it is. And I think also what bothered me the most, and I mean ladies out there, let me know if you feel the same way, we shouldn't, when it comes to men, totally disregard other women, right? You should listen, you should respect.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, Musa had the chance to go back and watch the show before the reunion, right? So
but
she knew. Yeah. So she knew exactly what had happened on the show. And that night, on his last date, you saw exactly the type of man that Sifiso was, right? But she came back and she was still like, Dimple, know your place, stay out of my relationship. So I think going forward, that might hinder her in the long run, right?
Maybe, but also you learn to live with your decisions, because right now sister has a ring on it. She has a ring on it.
Is good luck to her. I'm not hating, but I genuinely think though that if you're that blind when it comes to your partner, you're in for trouble.
True. Or the two of them should go into Love is Blind. No shade. Just saying.
I totally agree. I agree. Okay.
Now who's next on your list?
But wait, let's rate them. Are we going to rate them?
Yes. I give them a 0 out of 5. And this is just, I know, right? I thought about
Gillian is not holding back.
I am not having this.
Not holding back.
I am not having this. As a man, you respect your woman and your woman respects you. I don't care from what culture you come from or background. Respect is respect. And if you're going to disrespect another woman just to make yourself look good in front of your woman, it says a lot about you. I mean, if Sifiso wasn't in the picture, Musa 5 out of 5. But now because Sifiso's there, he took a whole 5 and it's a 0 out of 5. How about you?
So, I'm going to give them a 2 out of 5.
Okay, and somebody's nice.
I think though, so the first point for me is going to come from the fact that I think it's a cultural difference, right? And I think if they can get that right and they can get onto the same page culturally, what's expected from each other, and stop fighting it, there could be a chance. And the second point I would give to Musa, because I think she's just such a genuine,
she's amazing,
powerful, independent,
she knows what she wants.
Woman. I feel like she brings so much to that relationship, and Sifiso does not know what he has.
Does he even have a job?
Didn't they say that they were actually in acting or entertainment television together, and that's how they met? I think that's what they do.
Okay. Next person.
Moving on.
Who's on your list?
Okay, so let's talk about, and this was actually my favorite couple.
Okay.
Well, maybe not my favorite couple, but they entertained me quite the most, and that was Estelle and Justin.
Estelle. One thing that I can say about her, she knows what she wants. She knows what she wants. She wants to be held. She wants to feel that passion. You know, she wants, and she's giving me 6 Live vibes.
Yep.
Like she wants somebody to pick her up and actually just take her to heaven. 7 minutes. Is it 7 seconds? 7 seconds, 7 minutes in heaven.
7 minutes in heaven.
Yeah, 7 minutes in heaven kind of vibe. That is her. And the guys she was surrounded with in the house gave her that. I mean, was it Justin? No, what was the other guy?
That other colored guy.
Yes, but you know which one I'm talking about. Like, he was there. He was giving her that she wanted. But sometimes I thought the crew just gave her a bit more booze.
Yeah, for the entertainment. I think so. Because she was there. She brought it.
Yes.
But I think, though, contrary to what you believe, I think that Estelle has no cooking clue what she wants. She has no idea, because she came to the show, like before they entered, right? Justin was ready to propose to her, right? And they had been friends, or they knew each other for like 10, 13 years or something. They grew up together.
Before, like they were friends before dating.
Yes.
Okay.
So they had known each other, right? And she knows Justin. She knew him like better than anybody else would possibly know him. And he was very ready to propose, but she brought them to the show because she had no idea what she wanted. And when she was on the show, it was so clear that she still did not know what she wanted. She was after the wrong things. Yes.
She was tempting.
She came to Temptation Island for the temptation.
But I feel like Estelle was one of the real ones. She didn't hide what she wanted. She didn't hide how she was feeling. The one thing that I feel like at the end, like, I feel like she would have went for somebody else, but yet she went back to Justin. And I don't know, is it a fact of she don't want to look bad, or what are people going to say? But in the time that she was in the house, it felt like, for me, or it looked like she was living her best life.
I think she was. I think she did. But I think also that came to the detriment of Justin, right? He came in there and he was so faithful and he did the right thing and he said the right things and he respected her the whole time. That's still under question, right? After the reunion.
I know! Him texting other people.
And you know, it will always come out, right? But on the show, Justin was really like a stand-up guy.
No, he was,
right?
he was.
And Estelle was there just living her best life. And then once she realized that there is no other guy out there that's going to take her nonsense, then she went back to Justin.
So Justin is a safe haven, if I can say it that way. So do you want to talk about Rachelina?
Yes, what was her name again? We didn't come up with a name, right?
No, her name was Rachelina.
Okay.
Oh, that's what Ntabi called her. Is it the one with the... Oh, is it Eve? There was Eve and Rachelina.
It was the girl who Justin was falling for.
I think it's Rachel. Was the name Rachel? Or was it Rachelina? Well, anyway,
she was a Rachelina to me, though.
like the yoga instructor.
Yes.
Yes. So
She was the one though. Her and Ntabi Singh were the two girls that were like fighting in like the first episode.
when they were like walking down the ramp.
Yes, and then she touched Ntabi, and Ntabi was like, you know,
Yes,
it was almost popped off.
I remember. But between her and Justin, you know what? The one thing that I appreciate about her, she's like, I'm not going to be here if you don't know what you want. And she wasn't going to be dragged along because and this is the thing, Justin looks like that person. You see it, you want to touch it, as soon as you touch it, like, no.
Yes, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And then again, you see it, you want to touch it, as soon as you, no. He looked that way, it felt that way because there were times where he was leading her on.
Yeah. But also, let's talk about this, right? I feel like if you are one of the girls that are going on Temptation Island, right? And you know that you're going to be meeting guys that are in
2
couples.
seconds. Okay, there we go, yeah.
If you know that you're going to be meeting guys that are in couples, right? My question is, what do you expect though? Because if I went on as one of those girls, right? And I'm meeting these guys that are in relationships, I'm gonna willingly know I'm putting myself in a situation where I'm going to be led on. Because it's always a possibility that this guy, at the end of it, he might have fun with me, but then he's going to come to a stage where he has to choose, and he's known his girlfriend way longer than me.
So, we live in a world where married people cheat.
I suppose.
Where people in relationships have side chicks. So for me, I come now from the other side and I'm like, going into that, your mentality is like, oh, people cheat. Married people cheat. They came to Temptation Island to get tempted. If it works out, yay to me.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, well, then it is what it is. But also in the real world, some of them don't even have to go to Temptation Island, just walk on the streets.
Yeah. I suppose.
Yeah, how much would you rate them?
I think I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 5.
Wow, that's quite high.
I really like them, and I think they're still together, right?
I think so. Last time I checked, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, they went to Temptation Island, they got tempted, they made it through. Whatever happened at the reunion happened. They're still together, they've been together for years, they've been friends. So I think they have a fighting chance.
Amen to that. Like for me, the one thing that I like is dating a best friend, which is good. Like I said, they survived the temptation. And I think last time on the reunion or something, they were talking about La Bola, like Mahadi, which is good. And I think I'll give them a 4 out of 5, maybe a 5 out of 5, because
wow.
Because you know what?
That makes me happy.
I really liked how Estelle was herself. Estelle, she didn't compromise in the house. She allowed herself to get tempted. She allowed herself to get tested. The same with Justin. There were so many other opportunities where you could just grab, bamba somebody and be like, tonight is the night. But he didn't. And I feel like self-control. And they made it out stronger. So it's a 5 out of 5.
Yay! That makes me happy. Okay.
Next on my list. Firstly, this girl worked on my last nerve from day one, but I actually grew to like her. Precious.
Oh, I am with you on that. Precious, when she entered the house, I was like, guys, this is so boring. the producers need to actually escort her out the door because we're not sitting on our couches
watching her cry every damn
over the most stupidest
episode.
things. What was she crying about?
I don't know what I mean.
She's crying because there's too many people there. But listen. On to her defense though, she came out a freaking badass woman.
Man, she was just
She did a 360 on the show.
She was like, let me be a woman. She was such a star.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's the same, I want to put her like in the same category as a style. Precious went in, she was scared. She had each opportunity to leave. Look, I thought she was going to leave. I really thought so. If not, I was going to be like, I will actually be like, I'll help you pack your bags. Because if you're going to cry each episode, we're
not here for that.
You know, we're not here. We're here for the drama. But with her, from the crying to finding that model, what is his name? He's so cute.
My word, what was his name?
Once again, just shows South African doesn't produce cute men because he's not even South African.
Obviously.
No.
Where's he from?
I think from either one of the African lands, but he's not purely South African. No, he's not.
I didn't know that.
But throughout that, and then spending time with this guy, what was his name? Anyway, I'm gonna put his name down here. I feel like that's only, and then spending time with him, living a life, enjoying, laughing. That was a different side of Precious.
Yep. She let it all out.
She let it all out.
She let herself free.
And then Grant, with that bit of what the hell? That
That's how he
shade.
makes me feel.
That shade was not nice.
No.
Telling her she must carry herself.
I hope you respecting yourself.
Whomst are you to say that to a woman? Whomst. While you are there with another girl doing your things, even though she told you, get off, get away, I need my space. But he doesn't listen.
No, he doesn't. And like you said, he cannot read a room. He cannot read people. He cannot pick up on vibes. And listen here, you're too much.
Exactly.
You're irritating
Just
me.
give me space.
Back off a bit. Like he annoyed me. Like Grant will get like a -5 from me because I literally can't stand that guy.
I feel like this one, can we please just judge them separately?
Can we please?
Just judge them
They did like a
separately.
360.
Oh
Both
my
of them,
gosh,
right?
yes,
Like
they
Grant
did.
came in very like, I felt like the way Precious spoke about him, very like dominant, very in control, very like I pay the bills, I earn the money kind
And
of
making
vibe.
her look less, like she doesn't do anything. And you know, before we rate them, in the reunion she said, I know I'm a call center agent, but I've also paid for my own studies. She has worked, and this is a story that a lot of us can, how can I say, what's that word that I'm looking
Look
for?
up to,
Admire, but relate to.
inspired by. Oh, relate to.
Yes, because she's like, you might see me as a call center agent, but I have done so much for myself.
Yeah.
And to discredit me on national TV, once again, whomst are you?
I completely agree. Amen to that. And listen, Precious, all the power to you.
Girl.
Because you grew up on the show, you became a woman, you took it, you owned it, and you brought it.
She was a whole diva. You have a special place here in my heart, Precious.
And you turned both of us into your friends, virtual
Exactly.
friends.
And we like it.
From literally being like, no thanks, Precious.
From
Please
haters
leave,
to
like,
lovers.
Yeah. So, rating.
For Precious, girl, you get a 10 out of 5. And that's saying everything and taking everything that I said into consideration. A 10 out of 5. Grant, you know, like when you type in something and it says error? There's an error.
401 error code.
Yes, that one. Yes.
Exit, whatever it is. I agree. Grant, it's time out. It's like, it's over. We're done with you. It's like a -10 from me out of 5. Like, I don't even. Precious, I would agree, hey? Like a 10 out of 5. Like she was powerful.
She was, man, a diva.
She almost like restored the faith, you know?
Yes.
To be like, you know what, if you are in that situation and you're finding yourself and you're working really hard and you're trying to like make something of yourself, don't give up. Like keep trying.
Keep going. And she walked out, her head held high, when she said she doesn't think they should leave together. I mean, Precious, I thought you'll be the one crying, wanting to leave
I
with
thought
her.
so too. I
You
thought
did
so
it.
too. But I mean, all done to them.
Good for
To
you.
her, to her.
Okay, so on our list, who's next on our list?
We've spoken about everybody. The last people is probably the show bombers. Like, they bombed Temptation Island with this relationship. And that is Singh and MJ.
Yeah.
So let's talk about MJ first. Can we just take a moment for MJ?
Okay, so firstly, I am not big on South African reality TV. I watched myself because I was on the show. I watched Temptation Island because I watched the US one and I was like, okay, this is cute, whatever.
Let's give it a shot.
I do not watch Date My Family. I do not watch the other Jolo 99, but I do know about them, but I don't watch it. And I remember somebody telling me, because I was like, have you watched Temptation Island? They're like, no, because I saw MJ was on the show. And I'm like, okay, that's weird, you don't know him. Apparent lie, because I'm not going to say apparently, apparent lie, he's been on another reality show.
No
before
way.
going on Temptation Island.
I'm not surprised though.
No, but for me, it raises an eyebrow because I'm like, when did you meet Singh? Were you really there for the fact of love or was it the fact of fame?
Fame, girl.
Because I'm like, oh, brothers, people knows you on a different show and now you're here.
Yeah.
But look, okay, like they literally looked legit. MJ and Singh looked legit. I thought those people will walk out hand in hand. Like the way that they were like so in love, they're like, baby, I got you, no baby, I got you. Oh baby, I'm not gonna think of anybody except you. Nyara, 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 nyara. Lies.
Yeah, no. So for me, MJ, I feel like even speaking about this guy is like a waste of my damn time because he is honestly, he was just there for the fame, let's be honest, right? Because he switched, he like forgot about Singh in like a split second. Before you knew it, you blinked and MJ was out, right? And secondly, he never changed. Like he got to the show, okay fine, somebody catches your eye, right? But then surely along the line, your human instincts or your conscious kicks in and you're like, listen, yeah, I actually have a girlfriend that I'm supposed to be in love with, right? I'm supposed to be like trying to at least a little bit be faithful, you know? But nothing, none of that. Bontle came in and it was over. The show might as well have ended.
Please kiss me, oh baby, nyara, nyara. He's a runner, he's a track star. How? Really, the disrespect. Like, the fact is, this guy, I feel like he thought Singh will take him back after everything that had happened. And it's the mere, like the audacity to think that that is okay. The audacity not to think that what you're doing is wrong. And then at the bonfire, after Singh was like, nah fam, I'm going alone. He chooses Bontle.
Of course he was going to do
She was a backup plan.
Of course. And my thing is that even at the reunion, Bontle walks in there still thinking, again, woman to woman, again, the disrespect, the audacity. Like, you watched the show, right? You would have seen, as the rest of South Africa saw, he only chose you
because he got
rejected. Him to the curb.
He got rejected. But yeah, you know, I really hope you guys are happy, MJ and
Bontle.
Yeah, and Bontle.
We know you're not, but I mean,
no, literally, I feel like throughout the show, I was a bit hesitant with Singh because, like, some ways I felt like she was leading the guys on, like in the Temptation house. And then when they started giving this, she was like, no, I got a boyfriend, no. But also at the end, she did say, like, okay, she's more looking for a friendship than a relationship because of what she's been through, right? But that girl walked with her head held high after being made a boob a fool on the show.
That takes courage.
That's also just disrespect from MJ. Like, y'all are disrespecting women and women of color because that is wrong. Like, you just think it's a joke. Yeah, I don't know.
But also, the question remains, right? If there was a guy in the house that really caught Ntabi's eye, would she have remained the way she was?
I don't know. maybe she would have been tempted. I mean, like, the guy's married me something like that. I know her child. But except the model, he was cute. He was cute. But I do feel like that might have changed.
I think so.
But one thing that you can see is she's not a person to jump from relationship to relationship. Because even throughout everything that MJ did to her, and she still was like, okay, I can vibe with you.
She's still
on a
like,
friendship.
yes. And she also like self-introspected,
Yes,
right?
yes.
She almost comes across as she has like that inner strength where she is able to be like, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah. Like you cry for a
moving
minute.
forward.
Flickered, and then she was like, okay, I'm gonna pick myself up and we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
So how much are we rating? What's the rating on that?
So obviously they're not together, right?
No.
So I'm glad that they're not together. Individually, I think I'd give Ntabi a 5 out of 5 for just how she was on the show, for all the courage and the strength that she showed, and she walked with her chin up all the time. And MJ, I mean, like, listen, there is no score for him because he's just not even worth a score in my books.
You know, Ntabi girl, you don't work on my nerves a bit. But I'll also give you a 5 because wow, you know what, women go through so much. The pure disrespect that this guy showed you on TV, you still came there, you were still rocking, you're still looking cute, you were still able to not stutter and put him on his place, and that is what he needed. For that I'll give you a 5 out of 5 if you do watch this video, just saying. MJ, yeah, it's almost New Year's. So.
Yeah, no, we wasted way too much time.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Thank you, next. But now to close off, right? You have watched Temptation Island, not Love Island, Temptation Island US compared to Temptation Island SA. Where do you guys, like, have you guys seen how hot the guys are in the US?
Have you seen how hot the girls are in the US?
That is temptation. Just saying.
But also, right, the US, they give you an experience, right? Like, you're on the edge of your seat right up until the end of the season. You never ever know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
I feel like with the SA couples, we had more of like an idea.
An idea,
you know?
yeah.
Like my boyfriend and I were sitting on the couch, we were like, okay, no, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And she's
very predictable.
So, I mean, we definitely need to up it in that respect. And that's not only Temptation Island. That's like
there's actually
all
a
South
few,
African reality shows.
a few of the reality shows. But, babes, thank you so much for joining me on this video.
Thank you for having me.
I had so much fun. What other reality show should we debrief next?
So let us know, actually. Let us know in the comments down below what we should debrief next.
Yes, I'm here for reality shows. And before I forget, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'm going to put everything in the description box. Also, IG handle. Girl, do you have Twitter?
I do, but I'm remembering.
Okay, do you have TikTok?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna put
Instagram
and the tube down here, and then you guys must forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on all my social media links so we can link up socially. And you guys must have a lovely day, and thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Gillian, and I'm joined by the beautiful
Prelene.
Till next
I said
time.
that like a Grinch monster. Honestly.
Grinch. Till next time.
Bye.
That was cute. Now I need a thumbnail.